Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is Dylan. We are back here with another scheme video. If you are new to my channel, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on this video and also subscribe if you are new. I drop daily Madden content on the channel. Would love to hit 2K subscribers for Madden 22. If all the new people do subscribe, I'd hit it a lot faster and I greatly appreciate it. Now today what I want to do, I'm going to drop a gun bunch scheme. I've dropped a lot of schemes on the channel. I dropped a little bit of Raven spread. A slot video was actually a pretty good scheme. I dropped the U trips video, trips tight end. We did pretty much all the amount of formations besides one, and that is bunch. Now in my opinion, okay, right now I would say Seattle is the best bunch in the game. They have a lot of great plays, but today I'm going to be covering Carolina bunch. Now why am I doing that? I like say a normal gun bunch because Carolina is gun bunch offset. Right now there is a difference. What's the difference? In regular gun bunch you can put delay fades on your tight end, in this one you cannot. But that is why I want to cover Carolina. I think Carolina could do a better job of getting you ready for next year, and I think not relying on delay fades right now towards the end of the year could go ahead and make you a better Madden player next year. Now also on the channel I have a gun Y-off trio week video as well. That goes over a lot of the red zone in this as well, because I really like that Y-off trio week, and also combine this with the gun bunch we're about to cover. This is going to be a very deadly playbook. The plays that I want to cover is double post, PA dig fork, spacing switch, flood, smash return, mesh post, mesh spot. So right now we're at 8 plays. Z spot and go 9, Y curl 10, and verts is going to be a very special play too. So that's going to be 11 plays in total, and that is not including all these setups we're going to have out of it. The first one being the very famous double post. This is one of the best plays in the game in my opinion. It's really good for double Mabel as well with the Mike Blitz 3. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to come out in Mike Blitz 3. But first, the blitz right here, like right now they're going to be sending 5 at you. You pretty much have a lot of quick reads. So the quick reads are your 2 drags over the middle. Like they do a really good job of getting underneath the zones. And also don't think of these drags or like the running back right here as only attacking the flats, like a 5-yard flat. They also attack the middle of the field as well, because a 5-yard flat from these linebackers like the Jets 48 right there, and the other one I believe that's 93, they are going out immediately. Okay, so you're going to be able to hit Godwin as he's crossing the middle and the running back as he's crossing the middle too, and you're going to get really nice space. You're going to be able to hit one or the other if they are double mabling. Now if they're sending 2 with the vert hook on 96 right there, you're gonna have to look for Godwin, and if he's not open, the play, like I don't want to say is dead, but it's kind of like a little harder to hit. And as the year goes on, this route right here, this B route, becomes less and less good because players become 99 speed and they can just break on balls like crazy. But in a game mode like regs, this will always be just like one of the best plays in the game. It's super hard to defend even if you do double Mabel. I mean, defense in regs is just hard in general, but this right here is just an absolute money play. Like right here I have my tight end, I have my 2 drags, and late coming over the field I do have that B route. One read players do miss a lot though is the corner route to X, and what that does a good job of is like if they're not blitzing, sometimes people will go ahead and like put a vert hook instead of double mabling the weak side a bunch. So you just be on the lookout for that. You can hit that corner as well. Really the only other thing I like to do out of this is block the running back, drag the tight end, hitch RB. Now this was a really good play again at the beginning of the year. I don't think this one is as good now because again you can kind of defend both that B and RB route with how crazy users are right now. So really the only setup I would do is this one right here, just drag RB. Again, I still think this is a good play. And then after that I'm just going to show you guys the Z spot and go setup. This is by far one of the most popular plays in this playbook. Right here we're just going to be going up against like a regular say cover 2, right? And this is a money play right here. If they are not setting 30-yard zone drop, this play will beat them. If they're not double mabling 30 and 10, you won the game. All you want to do is Y or triangle depending on your console is going to be RB, and you're going to hit RB on him. You're going to smart route him. Now you have to be in like 1st and 10 and shorter, you know what I mean, like 2nd and 5, something like that. You can run this. If it is like 2nd and 15, you can't really run it like this. But I will be covering a setup that is beneficial even if you are in those longer territories. Now what you're going to do is you're going to put B on an out route. You're going to streak your tight end, and then on the back side is where you can get creative with it. Now you can leave this concept right here. If you have playmaker on X, you can drag him. Now I don't like running playmaker because again I think this offense is going to try to get you ready for next year, and I don't know if playmaker is going to be good next year. And that's kind of why I didn't talk about abilities either, because I would just run whatever abilities you want, but these are actually like good route combos. These aren't necessarily like, oh, you need the ability to catch this, you know what I mean? On the backside you can block your running back, put him on like an end route. That's still a fine concept. Again, if they are double mabling, you're just gonna kind of have to either L2 in the pocket and try to get out. If they're not blitzing or anything, something I like to do, I like to put my running back on a ghost route. What this does a good job of, the ghost route will get in between the zone drops. Like if they're 10 and 30ing each side zone drops, this will do a good job of attacking the middle of the field, and you will have two routes that attack the middle of the field. Other things you can do, you can do a curl flat concept on that side. You can also run a curl and ghost route them. It's really up to you what you want to do on this play. But on the right side right here, we're gonna see Godwin just get absolutely wide open, and right there, pass lead it up. That's gonna be a dot every time. I'm gonna respot the ball right here so he gets even more space. So right here, we're gonna run it one more time with this setup. This time the end route and the ghost route. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna motion him out too. So every time I run this play, I should have said this again at the start of the play, but you're gonna motion him out and let him set. Now why we're gonna do that, because that is what is going to get this corner route open first match coverage. But right here, just first a simple cover two, again, it's gonna be a super easy completion. That will get open first everything that's not a 30-yard zone drop. Now we're gonna go ahead, take a look at Z spot versus a thing like cover four show two, okay? So right here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna run the same setup that we were doing, but this time with no motion over with B right here. So we're just gonna go ahead, snap the ball, and you're gonna see it does a really good job. Like obviously B gets open, right? Like it is what it is. You'll live with that though. You don't want to give up the 30-yard corner though, right? How we get this open is one of two ways. We're gonna go ahead, put same exact setup like we were doing. This time we're gonna motion out him and let him set. Okay, we're gonna let him set, and you're gonna see right here, Godwin is going to get absolutely wide open this time, and you can hit that corner route for a really nice game. Switch over to the PlayStation right here to kind of show you what people will do in match. Now we covered the smart route at Z spot and letting that receiver set, right? Well, there's another thing people like to do in match. Okay, so right here you might see this a little bit too. They might go ahead and man up Brown right here, and then also man up your tight end, like, and then deep half right here. This was a setup that I really liked in bunch. Now this is where this play becomes absolutely money. It is going to be Z spot, but you're not going to smart route it. You're just going to go ahead, put this guy on a streak. Okay, now this you might never see this defense. If you run bunch, you might see it, but if you do see it, try this play right here. Look how wide open this gets right here. This is just absolutely money right there. You see how the quarter flat left him for a second? Non-smart route of Z spot will go ahead and cook that if they're manning up the outside receiver, which a lot of people do like to do. While we're on the topic of match, if they are in base match coverage, I think it's literally anyone in the game. All you got to do is come out in verts and then streak the outside receiver right here. This is what I think verts is really good for. Like right here, bang, match, done, it's cooked. Now they could deep half, they could adjust to this, but verts also has a way to go ahead and beat match a second way. So right here, we're going to go ahead, we're just going to be on the D line right here, and you're going to see you get the touchdown, right? But you also go ahead, you get R1 wide open right here too on the crossers. Now, if you mess with the tight end route at all, that's going to go ahead and just absolutely screw you. So I would just run this play base. This is what I really like to do out of verticals. Sometimes if I'm facing a zone coverage that is really kind of stingy over the middle, like right here, I will motion out and out route, let them set so it looks like Z spot, right? And this time on defense, we're going to audible to Mike Blitz and just kind of show you somewhat of a look they could do. Like I don't have zone drops on right now, but this is pretty much what you would see, right? I like to try to hit this tight end route kind of like right there, like kind of in the middle of the field. It kind of goes up a little bit and gets in a nice little spot where you can attack double Mabel. Right here, we're going to talk about one of my favorite plays first, man coverage, which man coverage might not be as good as it once was, but we're going to have a lot of good man beaters out of this, whether they're sending two, whether they're just running stock man. This time right here, we're going to be going up against the stock man with two deep halves. Now what I like to do right here is we're just going to spot off the D line this time because I really don't want him to interfere. So we're going to run dig fork. Now dig fork, I like to block my tight end. You can go ahead, put your tight end on a route if you want, but I feel like I don't want to say kind of interferes with the play. Like you can put him on a flat route like this. But with the running back, we're going to go ahead and put him on an option route, and then we're going to smart route that. And then we're also going to put Evans right here on a smoke screen. We're going to motion out Brown. And the reason why we have our running back on an option route, one, it kills a man. Two, it's good against zone. And three, look how much space we get against these two deep halves right here. Like look how much space we have. I mean, that is just that is a free touchdown. If they run stock man on your field with this playbook, that is a free touchdown. Now, again, that is why we run the option route and also keep the corner route on the field. The corner route can do a decent job if you have some ability on him to beat man coverage, but the main thing you're looking for is that S post. Now, the S post isn't open, you look for your running back. He's not open, they're running zone drops right there. Well, we're gonna go ahead and switch the play, and you're gonna get something open. This is mainly for a stock man. Make them inside third, make them not just play two flat zones on your field. Now, another play that just kind of like a do-it-all play. Spacing switch, love this play. This is one of my favorite plays in the game. So what I mainly like to do out of this is you can run this stock, but the main thing that I like to do is come out with it on the weak side. You're gonna put square on a post and also R1 on a slant. And then we're gonna go ahead and flip our bunch. And you're gonna see right here, Mike Evans stays on the post, which this is just an absolute money play. This will beat 30 and 10-yard zone drops with the tight end little hook right there. The slant gets in between the zone, and it's just overall just a money play. Like right here, first whatever we want. We got our running back and we got R1 right here. Just, I love that play. That is like probably my favorite play. Now, what else can you do out of this spacing switch play? Well, like I said, we're gonna run in base right here. We're facing hard flats and 2 curl flats. Again, I know I'm zone drops on, but just first that like base right here, like look, we have R1, we have X, like you can do like whatever you want of it. It is a money play. And if I had to say something though, if you're gonna run it, make sure to put R1 on a slant though. Don't just run it stock, because the spacing with the tight end and that R1 route really isn't that good. But another thing that I like to start doing, I went ahead and put triangle on a little flat right here and then putting R1 on a crosser. This is gonna be good for us if they double Mabel. This is gonna do a good job for us like every coverage in the game. You have your tight end right here who will attack the middle of the field. You also have a spot route now. First the double Mabel right here, which it's just a stock curl and also a stock hard flat, but that will get in between the zones. And if they're not double Mabeling, you can go ahead and hit this Godwin right here. And I just love this play. So far we covered double post, we covered dig fork, we covered spacing switch. Now it's time to move on to flood. And I also should say, if you don't have high route master, I would maybe run curl fly instead of C spot and go, because I like that kind of ghost route right there. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead, smash return, mesh spot, and I think the only other play is gonna be Y curl. So we're just gonna come out and Y curl right here. We're gonna go ahead and set our zone drops, which the most popular ones I think people are running now are 30 and 10. You can still see 25 and 5, but I think 30 and 10 is a lot more popular, especially in MUT. Now I honestly think this defense right here, this double Mabel right here, I don't think this is going away. I think this is gonna be meta again next year. But this play right here is actually from Zan Madden. Now I love watching Zan, and his recent videos on Bunch have added like 2 plays that I just absolutely love. This is for sure his play. I copied him 1000%, and it is this route right here, this Mike Evans route, that I never really would have thought to look at, but look what it does for us, a 30 and 10 double Mabel right here. Look at it. Just look how it gets butt naked. Now it's just a perfect route. I love the route. Again, this is just a 30 and 10 double Mabel, and this is his play. The setup he likes is going to be a crosser to Godwin, and then a flat to Fournette, and then also flatting your circle receiver right here. Now I like the flat to Fournette. The only thing I would add to this is a ghost route. Now this is another setup right here. Like I said, if you know they're double Mabeling, ghost will do is make it to where you have 2 routes that are hittable right here. I think the flat is somewhat hittable, but first 5-yard zones probably not. And like I said, all I did was crosser Godwin and then put Brown on a flat pass right here. You could really go ahead, you can motion him out too if you wanted to, but right here you're gonna see first 10 and whatever, right? Like we have Mike Evans open, but we also have the ghost route open as well, and I just really like ghost routes in this game, and that's the only thing I would add to his play. Smash return right here, I don't like it as much as bench pivot, but it serves the same purpose besides how I like to beat man coverage, I would say. So what I would do with bench pivot, right, like this, the weird little zig route, right, that would be on this R1 receiver, and it'd be facing the other way, which I know it's just weird to kind of think about. If you run bench pivot, you know what I'm talking about. Now first, zone coverage, the popular thing to do is just streak R1 and then also put circle on a flat right here, and you're just going to motion them out and again let them set. You're going to try to hit your tight end. This is going to be a great quick snap play. Again, first the 30 and 10, I don't think this is going to be as good, but we'll just put like send 2 like the meta is right now. We're gonna go ahead, try to roll out right here, hit bench pivot, and you can actually hit it like slightly in between zones. That's a very risky pass. Wouldn't recommend doing it first 30 and 10, but I've seen like a lot of zones just dumb out sometimes when you run like smash return or bench pivot. This time is for its vert hooks and all that good stuff. Right here we're just gonna go ahead, try to roll out, and then again basically serves the same purpose as Z spot, but I think this plays a little bit better because it's better first man coverage, especially if you have short in on your tight end, which again, I don't want to go into abilities. Here, we're going to run smash return right here against man coverage. And then I'll tell you what I like to do first man coverage. Right here, we're going to do the same exact thing. And you're going to see the tight end will do a really good job of getting open. That is a man beating route right there. Boom, dot, laser. Routes on this field are actually like, they're pretty interesting with beating man coverage, right? I love having a route like the outside receiver right here, Brown is on, the backward zig. Now, what I would do is we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna streak R1, and then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna keep we can keep Evans on this end route, or you can put him on a post. Now there's a lot of things you can do on this play. If you know you're facing man coverage, the routes can look a little messy, but they can work out pretty good. So what I mean by that is, right, you can go ahead, you can put Evans on post, you can put Godwin on a crosser right here. So you have pretty much a high-low to Brown and Godwin, and then say you want to put your running back on like a little in route or something, just to try to get underneath that Gronk route if they are running man. Now this is going to be an all-out man beater, and it like I said, it looks ugly, right? But let's see how it does on the field. Like right here we have Godwin, we have like pretty much so many routes, and it's just a way to attack every single defense, like whether they're dropping an inside third, whether they're dropping 10-yard, 20-yard, 30-yard zones, we're gonna have a route to beat it if they're running man coverage. Now that's pretty much all the ways I like to run smash return. Again, it's a super simple play. After that is mesh post. Now there is a way to run mesh post that is so good in like Seahawks or in other stuff, which I'll just show that right now if you're running Seahawks. So we're gonna go ahead and motion Godwin over, and this is what I was talking about before. This right here is a great setup. Like just running this will beat almost every coverage. It'll beat double Mabel with the wheel route to Fournette. It'll beat double Mabel with, if you're able to hit Brown over the middle, it's a risky throw, but you could do it. Also Godwin, you can also motion drag him. You don't have to motion slant him, and motion drag can do a better job of kind of putting the user in conflict. But what I like to do at Seattle bunch is put Gronk on a delay fade like this, and this play just goes crazy. But right here you're gonna see it just instantly comes out, and we're not able to run the delay fade. But mesh post, I feel like that's a play everyone really runs. It's just a really good play to mix in, especially in the red zone. Now mesh spot is another play. Again, I'm stealing from Zan. This is going to be a inside third glitch, and it's going to go ahead and be a fade stop smart routed on Evans. For this, I'm just going to go ahead and block my running back and my tight end. These are the only two routes you need on the field. Other than that, you can do whatever you want with it. You can literally run whatever you want on the other receivers. But right here we're just going to spy off the D line, because again, don't feel like getting shedded right now. So we're just going to go ahead. Again, this is just a stock cover 3 with seam flat, so I'm just going to put them in 30-yard zones so they don't match. And then right here we're going to streak Godwin, we're going to motion him over. Now with offset, you have to kind of wait till he sets like in game. Like I don't know why I did it right there, but right here you're going to see, boom, you can go ahead, pass lead that over the inside third glitch, simple. And that's really the only thing I think that play is useful for. I wouldn't run it as a main audible, but it is still a pretty good play. Now another thing you can do, right, we're going to use that same thing we said earlier, come out with the bunch on the weak side. So this time right here, we're not going to audible the square receiver. What we're going to do is we're going to audible the solo to a fade stop smart route it, and then we're going to flip our bunch, and then we're going to smart route that fade stop once again. Now this right here will do a really good job of getting in between zones. Now you can go ahead and motion them out, but right here for a 30 and 10-yard zone drop right here, right? Like right here, we'll also run a vert hook right here too, because you could see that for send 2 right here. So we're gonna go ahead and just run this. The other side doesn't matter right now. Hitch, but also you get a deep curl right there. That is a deep curl, and that is an absolute killer. I love that play right there, that fade stop. So the user can go ahead. I feel like it's a tad riskier with a good user, but over, like, I just love the play so much. It's definitely something you can throw in there to catch them off guard. But the next play is again just a money play, flood. Flood is good for so many reasons. First thing being, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna spy off the D line, and so if you run any fade and bunch to the outside receiver, it's going to be a one play tutty. Like right here, you can see the outside third right here. It's gonna go ahead, you can pass lead this to the right, that person's gonna come down, pass lead to the right, and touchdown. Easy, right? So that is something going for every single bunch formation in the game. Now flood specifically, man is like so bad for his bunch now, I think, because there are just so many plays that kill it. First thing being just a plain option route to Fournette. Now we have 3 man beating routes on the field, and we also have good zone beating routes. First man, I can throw the in route, I can throw the out route, and I can also throw the running back route. But first, double Mabel, right? Which, you know, sometimes if they're baseline, they're main line, they're doing whatever, right? You might not know exactly what play they're in, but first, like a standard send 2 right here, you're gonna see that this running back route actually does a really good job of getting open. So right there, we can hit the running back. We can also hit the end route in the middle of the field as well. And then we also have the touchdown to the fade. I just think overall, this is just a do-it-all play. It's a very simple play to run, but it's super effective. Other ways I like to run flood other than just the option route, well, first one being just put a hitch right here on Brown. I also sometimes like leaving that running back route for this play right here. We're gonna put him on an option. And right here, you're gonna see like first like a blitz or something, right? First, something more common, like I said, like the double Mabel with the send 2. We're gonna go ahead and run the same exact play right here. Bang, put him on a hitch. Then we're also gonna put our running back on an option route. And again, we have our hitch open, and we also have our running back open. So we have 2 routes right there that just really attack the middle of the field. And again, other ways, you can put this guy on a crosser if you're facing man coverage, and this will actually sometimes do a really good job for his Mike Blitz 3. Like right here, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna spy off the D line right here, and we're just gonna act like we're facing like hard flats. But right here, we're gonna go ahead and snap the ball. You're gonna see that this right here is actually a one-play touchdown that they press. Okay, that's a one-play touchdown that they press. This time right here, we're gonna go ahead, run flood one more time with the crosser, and you're gonna see that when they're pressed like that, it's gonna go ahead and lead to an easy touchdown with Antonio Brown right there. Now, I don't know if that's just a Regs thing or if that's a Mutt thing too, but that's pretty much been my whole thing on Bunch. I just wanted to drop this video because, again, I think this is actually a really good offense to run to get ready for next year. Again, you don't have to really rely on delay fades. You can actually put good routes on the field. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on this video and also subscribe if you are new. But other than that, man, it has been your boy Dill, and I'm out. Peace, y'all.